and apparently we're mental.
Yes, this is why Greg Taylor says we're mental.
Just ask Greg Taylor. If you don't look too closely, I suppose.
Yeah, you overlapped Doc Rocket saying that.
I had Greg saying it in one channel as Red Panda, and I had Stephen Burley saying it in the other channel as Doc Rocket at the same time.
And you emailed it to him and you copied me.
Yeah, I did email it to him. So yeah, here's a sound file I made. Whoa! People are mental. Yeah.
We take that as a compliment.
Okay, this gantry is off. Apparently, Iowa Dot isn't as
Communicative
or proactive about memorable PSAs as IDOT is.
Oh, there's the Cedar Rapids exit sign.
Yeah, here's the big stack for. Actually, it looks like it doesn't work on that stack.
Wave in the general direction of Amber. Hello, Amber. I wish we could stop to see you, but we do not have time. What's the capital of Iowa?
Des Moines.
Des Moines. I thought so, but I wasn't sure.
Yes. So we're going to go through 4 state capitals. 2 today and 2 tomorrow. The capital of Iowa is Des Moines. The capital of Nebraska is Lincoln, which is also where the main campus of the state university is. The Big Ten University, Nebraska, is in Lincoln. And then tomorrow we will go through the capital of Colorado, Denver, and the capital of New Mexico, Santa Fe, where we're going to stay. And we've gone back to the other end of the top 40. All right. Classic final. And design my website for me.
All right. Enough out of you.
I'm not the person at Adobe that decided that Dreamweaver was a good name for a product.
It's the contradiction song.
I laugh at that because there's a story about John writing Helter Skelter. And the story is that when John Lennon was writing Helter Skelter, he was fed up with the Beatles fans trying to decode and decipher everything that they wrote.
Here, figure this one out.
And the story is that John, after they recorded Helter Skelter, said, "Let's see the effers figure that one out." And the story seems perfectly reasonable because that sounds like something that John Lennon would say. This is not a terribly exciting drive.
No. That's why I was kind of like, okay, I'm done showing the road view. I want to try to set up the tripod so that it can show us at least. I did a video like this. It was a much shorter video because it was a much shorter trip. And we were talking about random things like Christmas music and whatnot. And somebody commented on that video saying that they would listen to us do a podcast just talking in the car. And I'm like, how would you record podcast quality in a car? That'd be kind of hard.
This is the Maytag Dairy Farms.
Maytag is in the appliance retailer?
No, Maytag is in
Brand?
as in cheese.
No. I've never heard of Maytag cheese.
Amber would be disappointed that you've never heard of Maytag cheese, particularly Maytag blue cheese.
I don't eat blue cheese. I like blue cheese.
I know. Maytag is most famous for their blue cheese.
Well, it's probably why I haven't heard of them, because I do not like blue cheese. I have determined that I don't... What was on that? The one cheese on that sandwich that I couldn't eat? The one that was really oily? And really, like...
There were several things on that.
It was, like, white and, like, clumpy. Like, it melted like clumpy. What kind of cheese in that sandwich that it was, like... When it melted, it was, like, clumpy.
Well, there was Gruyere, there was Boursin, and there was something else.
I think it might have been the Gruyere.
I think it was just Gruyere, Boursin, and Gouda. I think it was the only stuff in there.
I think I've had Gouda.
I don't think it was the Gouda, yeah.
No, it was some. I think it was the Gruyere, actually.
Could be.
But it was so strong. It was oily and it was strong, and I'm just like, yeah, no. No thanks. Because I don't like strong cheese. Yeah, I know. You'll eat any cheese. Give you all the cheese. You will eat all the cheese. I swear, if this man had to eat only 2 foods for the rest of his life, it would be bread and cheese.
I've said that.
Yeah. I think for me it would be like chicken and fruit. I vastly prefer mild cheese. I mean, I don't mind sharp cheddar. Sharp cheddar is about as strong as I get. I do like smoked provolone and smoked mozzarella, though.
That smoked string cheese we get in Walnut, that stuff is so good.
That stuff is very good.
Of course, everything we get in Walnut is good.
First degree, exit number 15 for
Walnut is this tiny town. It's like 500 people.
Yeah, it's itty bitty.
That has an industry. It has a company called Avanti Foods. There.
What?
A company called Avanti Foods. They're in Walnut, Illinois, which is in Bureau County in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing there except for, I said, like 500 people. I think there's a Ford dealer. And
yeah, because we go by the Ford dealer when we go.
And this place. And they've got a factory store where they sell their products and they sell cheeses and candies, and they've got a deli there, and it's worth a trip.
Yeah, it is. And usually when we come to Iowa, we're coming to pick up our friend Amber out of Cedar Rapids, and it's kind of on the way. It's a little bit of a detour.
It's more convenient than any other when we're not in the northwestern part of the state.
Yeah. So we'll stop there and we'll just get a bunch of cheese.
I usually spend about $50 when I go in there.
Yeah. Cheese, beef sticks. Their gummy candies are really good.
Sometimes you can find walnut cheese in some other stores, like I've seen it at the Hy-Vee in Normal, in Bloomington. I've seen some walnut cheese there. It's like, oh, you have walnut cheese, guys. They mostly have Rob Jersey, because that's actually in Normal.
Right.
But I love getting the products from Walnut.
Well, and it's such a cute, like, quaint little shop, too.
Well, and the reason I first went to Walnut is because I went to the Illinois State Fair, which is in Springfield, because the fairgrounds are in the capital, thank you very much. And I would go into the dairy building, which is one of my favorite buildings at the fair.
Remember what I said earlier about cheese?
That and the Illinois Agricultural Commodities Pavilion. Food, it's a theme. and it's the best stuff because the agricultural producers want all the tourists who come to the fair to buy this stuff all the rest of the year.
Right.
So they make sure they bring their best stuff to Springfield.
Yeah.
So I would go to the dairy building and they'd always have packaged cheese. And it was these folks who would bring packaged cheese to sell on the fairgrounds.
Well, I'd say you sold me on it when we went to the first time you took me to the fair. The first time I'd ever been to the Illinois State Fair. And I got that package of the smoked string cheese. And it was like, ooh, this is tasty. And it was very similar in quality to the smoked string cheese I used to get at McCord's in Ione, Michigan. And that was kind of a small, like, local farming market. It was an actual, like, grocery store, but it was all, like, local farmers and local products and produce and stuff. You know, you got whatever was in season. There was a deli, stuff like that. And it's similar in quality, and I was like, okay, this is good stuff. So, yeah, we tend to take a detour to Walnut when we go to Cedar Rapids, and we'll get a bunch of cheese and take it back, and it'll last us a while.
We've gotten ricotta from there.
Oh, that was amazing in that lasagna I made.
Ricotta was so good. We got ricotta from there.
Beef sticks.
Yeah, beef sticks, string cheese, smoked string cheese. Their gorgonzola is wonderful.
And I got another strong cheese that I go, no.
Well, Amber's like, I want all the gorgonzola. It's like, you can't have all the gorgonzola. I will give you some of the gorgonzola. Because she thinks gorgonzola is wonderful, which it is.
Yeah, you guys like the strong cheese. I like the mozzarella.
And I've gotten Parmesan, just wedge Parmesan.
I got olive white cheddar, like green olives and white cheddar.
Yeah,
and that was amazing stuff. That made really good sandwiches.